Okay.
Because, you know, the tapes don't used to snap, right?
But you have to open it up and get your little screwdriver.
The little screwdriver.
I was there. I was one of
You
those.
know, and I have to trim the, you know, sellotape and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know,
God.
so, and then at the age of 12, I got my first paid gig. Somebody from the church was actually getting married, and she said, I'd love you to sing a song. The song that I used to always sing at church.
Mm-hmm.
And the youth choir. And she said, you know, Wayne, yeah, just do the song. And she didn't even say she was going to pay me. But I said, yeah, I was glad to do it. It was like my first actual proper gig. And it was a song, a gospel song. Glory, glory, hallelujah, since I laid my burdens down, you know. So, and yeah, after I sung my piece, she gave me £20.
£20?
Wow.
Was that your first pay?
My first pay as a 12-year-old.
Wow.
You know,
that was big money though.
That was big money, man. I just got into secondary school.
Yeah.
And then like I really had like a supportive music.
Mm-hmm.
I seem to just like attract these musicians. So I used to go to a place called Chats Palace and Community Centre, and a place called Triangle. Okay. And I met, kind of through the circuit, I met people like Jabani, I met Elroy from Black Slate, Keith Drummond from Black Slate, and they just kind of, you know, brought me under the wing alongside Lloyd Brown, was one of the attendees there.
Nice.
So we, and Jabani was like, you know what, just come, I've got a little studio at home, which was called Must Dance, and that was my first entry into actually a real recording studio. We also had equipment at school, and we had a real supportive school teacher.
Did you have a kind of a school band?
Well,
you know, back in the days, from you can sing a man say, oh, I can play the drums. So did you form a little band?
We did. We had a band called. we had a band called Eradication.
Wow.
And so we used to make tracks, and part of that band was Little Clarky. Okay. He had a hit record called Selector Him Good.
Okay.
Selector Him Good. Selector Him Wild. Selector Him Good.
In that voice.
Yeah.
Man.
So, and there was another brother as well that I introduced later, because what really happened is that because of that group now, we used to sing on all the, you know, they used to have, you know, they used to have school dances.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
a sound called Jatubbies used to play at school dance, and somebody introduced me to Jatubbies.
Famous Tubbies, boy.
Yeah, somebody introduced me to Jatubbies because I used to make these tunes at school, and he said, you need to meet Tubbies. So he introduced me to Tubbies. Tubbies just lived literally about 10 minutes away from the school.
Okay.
So regularly I used to pass down there at lunchtime, playing some of these new tunes that I'm doing. And he said, boy, I love the vibe that you're coming with. So I did he said, all right, well, let's just book a studio and just, you know, do some of them tunes there. So I'd done a couple of the tunes. He picked one of the tunes and he did a dub mix to it. I did a dub mix, he did a dub mix. And he played it in the school, you know, big dance packed, you know, and said, yeah, this one, yeah. And a new King Tubby's tune mixed by King Tubby's and rhythm licked by Sly and Robbie. And it was like, you know, I played the bass, I played the drum,
okay,
I played the piano as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so it was just like, that was my entry.
How did you feel when you heard that? When Tubby's, because Tubby's has always been a big sound.
Boy, it was really good. It was really, really, really good because, you know, it was as I said, it was that time where dub music was just at its highest, you know.
Partying was nice, yeah.
Yeah, man. So from there, it's like, you know, Tubby's really wanted to start to make music. So from that time on, he decided to buy a mixing board and got a drum machine and a bass. And I dropped a tune, which I didn't actually release. We didn't release at the time, even though it was the first tune that we recorded. It was a tune that I did called Mike in My Hand.
Okay.
Them used to call me Dreddy, now them call me Marshall. Cause I'm the son of a general. To all the bad boys, them my lyrics apply.
Yes.
Mess with Marshall and you bound to fit that. Cause the mic and you know me don't ramp. Mic and you know me don't ramp. Yeah, so, and then I kind of went away because as I left school now, I went into, let me back up. We used to, while I was doing those dub plates, I had all the school kids, us as kids, setting up sound systems. And they used to say, boy, wait and cut some dubs for me.
Yeah.
Right, so how do you get these dubs cut? I found a place called, that...
Bring me back to a place right now. So I'm laughing so hard.
Yeah, man. So I found this place that cut dub plates, but it was a brother in his yard.
Okay.
Right? And the room was like
a cutting machine in his house.
He had a cutting machine. It was like a sewing machine.
Yeah, that's
in
right.
his yard. And it was like, it was, the best I could say is like 2.5 people could fit in the room. The room was so small. But he had everybody coming up there. He had Blacker Dread. He had all these different people. And I would kind of go up there. Every time I get a little change, I would ask him for half a dub and just cut the half because I couldn't afford the full dub. You understand? So
good old days, boy.
Yeah, half a side, cut one side because the other side was when the other side was used up. You know, like sometimes they'd have scrap because every time, because sometimes they like he'd cut a dub and it would be either a needle brock or something.
And spin it over.
So he'd say, boy, and he might just, the person that he's cutting dub for might need the whole dub. You know.
Yeah.
So I would go there and get the scrap dubs them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, one side.
Yeah. And then he said, like, you seem like you're interested in this thing. And I said, yeah, man. He said, so, all right, well, I'm going to move into a building at some point. So, it's when I left school, I got the call and he said, yeah, come up. And when I, reached the place, this is the time when I got introduced to a lot of big artists. And he said he changed the name. Well, he actually now gave it a name because before it was just his name, Chris, and now it's called Music House.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So, and it was great.
Everybody went to music. If you're a sound man and you haven't got Music House dub plates, right?
I'm telling you,
something's wrong. I'm telling you.
So, there was some real good experiences, like seeing Barrington Levy voice, straight to dub, seeing Pincher's voice, straight to dub,
That place was full. That place was very busy.
It was crazy.
Very busy. I'm just smiling hard.
People like, just all the artists coming in, And the times that I remember, the time that I'll always remember is like the buzzer going off. And I say, oh, Chris, come and put that back there. And it's like, okay, boy, this is going to be a long session. So, even if there's a queue outside, you'd have to tell him to go and come back maybe tomorrow because this is the great Bunny Lee coming to cut down.
Oh, wow.
And he come with that grip. And, that grip there has got master tapes from all the greats.
There's some stories, but how is that? Let's just cut quickly. How is that gentleman? I've heard so much stories about that gentleman.
Bunny Lee is just like...
I heard he's like in the studio just crazy genius type.
He's for us it was just cutting dub.
Yeah.
But it's just a moment of when we're cutting, it's just all at ease. It's like he's just done this a million times and yeah man, just do that and they actually gave me the chance to actually cut a dub plate for them. Okay. I'm watching Chris, and Chris said, boy, Bunny, I got to go to the, make a move and take that. But Wayne's all right.
Young guy.
And say, yeah, man, come to, yeah, man, come to. Yeah, he just give me the lead and just, one of the time I did mess up because he does these like, because he's bringing over so much tapes, the weight is crazy for, they'll charge him like excess,
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So he used to have what they call a pancake and he had the sides of the tape and which is metal or aluminium and have to take it off so it saves the weight. And boy, one at a time the pancake was on the top there, and I did knock it down, and the whole thing unraveled. And Chris spent nearly 2 days to actually to ravel. But anyway, yeah. So but he introduced me to a man called O.P Life, and it was so that was a turning point because O.P Life now said, yeah, I want to voice a tune with you, and that was the tune that I voiced. He brought me to Amiga, and the engineer was Bertie Grant. S&G.
So most of your work is studio. You grew up.
I grew up loving the studio. love in the studio. I love sound. You know, when you hear studio sounds, when I hear Channel One, I hear even Aquarius Studio, and I hear King Tubby's, of course. You know, I love the mix, I love the sound, the balance, and all that stuff. There,
so your first introduction is really reggae.
Reggae, yeah, man.
How
Dub.
How do you work from dub to G-spot?
Well, it was that thing where going from the dance hall and all that kind of stuff. I kind of got into soul music at a later stage. I wasn't really
late 80s.
Yeah,
90s?
yeah. I mean, there was, I think, almost like I kind of revisited back soul music, because it was like, or gospel music, that type of sound, should I say? Because
have you sung gospel? Have you made any gospel records?
I haven't as gospel. People said, "Oh yeah, what's that gospel tune that you did?" And I said, "What gospel tune?" And they said that Change Is Gonna Come. I did a version of Change Is Gonna Come, but I don't know if it was gospel as such. But they call it gospel, so I don't know. So, but in terms of a gospel, no.
Okay.
You know, but I got inspired by people like Luther Vandross and them guys there later on. But when I went more clubs now and start to visit, like, you know, the street soul clubs, and now I'm hearing street tunes like what Rick Clark would do. You know, first they say yes,
That's
and first
Rick
they say
Clark, man.
all those, you know, and Orlando was like one of the kings of street soul. Everest and Maxine.
Yeah,
and
that's right. That's right.
Right.
Everest
So
was a big tune then.
yeah, man. So
massive tune.
so it was, he kind of you know, seeing that whole scene, I kind of got introduced to that scene from, you know, the soul scene, or should I say the street soul scene. But for me, it was always that kind of reggae thing. I remember having a conversation one time, and even though I was, you know, when you try and you're trying to move into something else and you don't want to hear nothing else apart from that kind of thing. I remember having a conversation with Elroy, the great Elroy Bailey, bass player.
Okay.
And he was saying, you know, oh, I didn't pop this, that. And I'm saying, yeah, but this is the thing and this is the way. And he say, oh, yeah, I talk about reggae, everything is reggae and on. And I'm saying, yeah, but, you know, but it's the soul thing. And
how did because back then it was hard to switch genres. Even as a DJ, it was hard to switch from playing one genre to the next. You just perceive, right, you sing reggae, you stick with that.
Yeah.
How was that change for you?
It was difficult. I mean, I remember getting booed.
I shouldn't even laugh. What are you talking about?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, big Wayne Marshall.
Yeah.
This is before the G-spot, obviously.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I'm going to tell you something. The first time I did G-spot, I got booed.
Was that because they knew you as the reggae? Whatever.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
That particular time, that was like when we just cut the record.
I shouldn't even laugh.
We just no, it's good. It's, you know, because it's in.
All right, set the scenario up. We go on stage.
Okay.
Let's join in with this. Brother.
So we've created this record now.
Yeah.
And we're now about to get feedback. We've gone through the whole thing of we know what the sound is like. We know where it's going in terms of this new R&B sound. You know, the Rude Boys came with this. The joint there, I forget what the joint is called, but it kind of now, because what I found is that when the Americans came over, what really happened is that they were booked by now the street promoters, right? And remember, a lot of the singles that they had was like the up-tempo funky stuff. And I remember there was I can't remember if it was the Jones Girls or one of them artists there, or Emotions, and Orlando Gittins booked them for a show. And they said, you know, Orlando said, these are the tunes that I want you to do. And they were like, no, those ain't the hit songs, man. What are you talking about? And he said, those are the hit songs. Trust me, you need to do those songs or I ain't going to book you. Anyway, they come, they did their songs, you know what I mean, the jazzy stuff and whatever. And then, you know, then they dropped the songs that he asked them to do. And the place erupted. And all the people sing along. And what? You know that song?
Yeah.
And after that, time and time again, a couple more Americans come, and then they kind of almost started to get to know the flex, and then you started to see the slow jams now getting released as singles.
Yeah.
So now we forward, and the Rude Boys come with their slow jam. I still can't remember it, but anyway, and from there, it was like we kind of saw the play. We saw the R&B sound. We saw the sound now being created. Up until that point, I was very much into Guy. My friend introduced me into Aaron Hall and that type of sound. So I used to really kind of model off of that sound there. And and then it was like we did this album and this project, and the first gig now we got called was the Supreme or Station FM, sorry, Keatley, DJ's Keatley, Station FM, their anniversary, and we came up, you know, did the ILOVE, and then I think I did this song here, and you know, like you just hear some of the man at the back. Don't get me wrong, the girls were, of course, you know, like kind of getting up. They were like, okay, hold on, this is interesting. But the guys are like, and that was really, but you know, for us it was like, you know, when people don't really know things. Of course, you just go through it. So you just go through it because you got to enjoy the moment, good, bad, and indifferent, and understand it's all a learning thing. You know?
Did you actually finish the song?
Oh yeah, finish the song. Yeah.
I'm wicked in it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, so you stood up the song. How did you feel though? Just very quickly, because we're gonna go for that break.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's an enjoyment. You enjoy it's things that you learn from.
You laugh about it when you come off and go around about it. You say, "I told you," and
no, yeah, I laugh about it. It's because it's enjoyment and understanding. And there was one thing I did say: if you don't know, get to know.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna go for that break. We'll go for that break. We come back after that break. We'll try and squeeze in a track.
Hi, this is Aisha Loren, and you're in tune to uniqueradio.org.
I'm in a dancing mood at the annual birthday party for Mikey.
That's Shabby.
That's Shabby. Right.
See there. Marshall to the world, long time family.
Big up.
I'm so happy to see you still pressuring the thing up. Easy up, Russ. Yes, big up yourself, family.
Yes, man. Big up. Every time, man. Yeah.
Live into the place. What? Need my G-spot. Move on, you know that, isn't it? That's my boss, Miss Moneypenny, but need my G-spot dub, OP. Yeah. Well, so you have to put on social media and let people know. One not try to pretend to have it long time. That's what I'm talking about. He just bait up my thing. Miss Penny, Mila. My man, them locked on in America, Birmingham. Nice. Mikey Biggs, big up yourself. Bloodline Radio.
Yes, Mikey, big up.
Milo. Yeah. Mikey. Who's that? I'll share with big up one of my favorite DJs. Easy there, Russ, big up yourself.
Yes, man.
Mikey, you say everything made up. Mikey, give us write your details up there so we can hook up here. There's Die. Then we can hook up. Milo, send your details, right? Milo's in in America. Milo, which party again? Milo, you know my brain's bad, brother. But them man, they push like what we're doing from over there, so. Yeah, Mike, I'll give her the details for you, brother. Philly Blunt, Mr. Remix King. New Jersey, that's it. Milo's in New Jersey.
See.
Sorry, Milo, you know my brain already, family. You know my brain ain't good. Right, so definitely have to play G-Spot. So,
yeah, man.
So where's the new one? The new one's here.
Central Advance.
And
you'll see that in the new
I got it here. So on the page G-Spot, come back, have a talk, bust one more, and then when we finish on Central Advance. Yeah. That's cool. That's it, Camden, New Jersey. Frank, big up yourself, family. Original Diamonds, then.
Aye. Yes.
Original Diamonds, family. No, I'll give her your radio station. I'm gonna play G-Spot. You're so fast. I don't like social media, you know. What, do you want to come and do my job? Wait, Marshall, when you do more reggae tune, I miss that vibes from you.
Oh, give thanks, man.
Mikey Biggs in Birmingham Wednesday. Okay, cool. Mikey,
We're working on it.
Working on it. Working on it.
Are you not going Birmingham and Limpton then?
Calling.
Streetwave, latest edition, and all hosted by Jazzy J and Barry White.
done
Smart and sexy.
I mean, no, there's no phoning. There's no phoning, not for you anyway.
£20 after from Maestro. Good outlets and the DJ's birthday group bookings and info. Call 0207 635 7299. Saturday, 13th of October at the Royal Lounge. Rare Groove Legends.
We can arrange it for another day.
In fact, for Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can use him anytime he's in Birmingham. He does what we do up here.
Yeah.
And he's passionate about it.
Ah, good, good.
Bloodline.
Okay.
And dance with a
I've
live
heard of
band.
Bloodline before.
Yeah, Mikey Biggs. Mikey Biggs is
545
Mikey, sorry family. What's your date and time, Mikey? Sorry family. Mila, the studio's cozy, but a bit smaller than the original one.
Kind of chilling.
Yeah, it is. They look off. What's that? They look after.
Just, you feel yourself like something.
They are freeze on the artist. No, brother.
You're rubbing my arms while standing here.
Yeah, you know, like.
No, man.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
We'll turn it up.
It'll warm
Get
up
some-
anyway.
Get some heat.
Yeah.
Turn it off, man. Come on. Boy.
Well, this is the United Kingdom.
Well, bless die. How you doing, girl? Donna. Let's shoot at them yard. Oh, you did it from home, Mikey? Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Die, said Mr. Marshall. Good evening. Where's Street Spice, bro?
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes. Hi, Bev. Brap. Mm-hmm. Hi.
Facebook, every video that I comment, I'm going to complain. Can you please find a pause button for adverts?
Yes.
So we can pause, then come back? Instead of keep running? We don't want to break it.
Yeah, man, you bring a new thing to them, man. For real.
Yes, that's one of my submissions to Facebook. When are you going to come up with the pause button?
Yeah.
You seem to be coming up with everything else.
Bless up, Priscilla. Bless.
Them hope and them fight and them pray. Them can't stop this warrior love. Style of music, unique. Vibes, unique. Act it up. Me say a unique. It's one of the strong ones and more life. Keep it locked.
Right, gonna say shouts to everybody that's on the Facebook lives. There's so much streams. Music media management.
Music media.
Good night, music media management.
Log on.
Right, get onto the Facebook. We're on the Facebook on my Facebook as well from my Facebook. So shouts to everybody locked on. Shouts to Terry, Donna, everybody. What's that? Wayne. What? Wayne. Gosh, lovely to see you. Donna, you don't text me like that. You know what I mean? It's not fair. It's not fair. Come on, man. Mikey Biggs, cool now. All right, cool.
Lovely to see you, Donna. Not see you. Lovely to see your profile.
Okay,
I'm glad to know you're watching. Michelle Allen, big up. Trevor Ranks, enough loving, brother.
Okay, Priscilla, shouts to you, Terry, everybody that's locked on the Facebook. Just keep it locked on. All right, I'll keep it on, Wayne. All right, something's wrong with you, lot, you know. I'm gonna lock it off and I die. These people are getting out of water. I don't believe this. They don't want to see my face. All right, cool enough. All right, see, also, what's that? Okay. All right, no worries. Milo, we'll sort you out, family. Definitely, Mikey. We'll give you the hookup. No worries. Okay, back after the short community break. Wayne Marshall is in the building. Mr. G Spot.
Hi.
Mr. Original Smoocher for all the people back in there. I got to do this quickly before I get told up by my boss. I think I'll just do this because the boss don't really care about nothing else. I just have to tell you about his birthday party. His birthday's coming up the 20th of October. Mikey Cruz, the boss, dancing with the 20th of October, guys. Royal Lounge Banquet Suite. Don't forget, get online, www.ticketsforalluse.co.uk. You can get online for your tickets. Limited £15 tickets. Booking fee, it may apply. Latest edition, Jemmy Magic, Satisfaction, B Rocket LTD, DJ Ratty, and Federal Touch. Don't forget, that's the 20th of October at the Royal Lounge. Don't forget, we got the appreciation party on the 3rd of November, happening at Imperial Banqueting Suite 8 Cavendish Parade. Tickets are £12.50. Don't forget, we got some early bird tickets. Give the boss lady a call, 07944. No, that's the wrong number. I'm giving away somebody else's number. 079 07 oh man, what's that number? 07984 054 917. Right, don't forget you can get online, guys, www.ticketsforalluse.co.uk and purchase your tickets. Don't forget next year's Dancing Mood 2019 will be in Jamaica. Don't forget, if you're eligible for a 50% discount, if you come to the party on That's it. If you come to the Royal Lounge on the Dancing Mood on the 20th of October, you'll get a 50% discount for 2019. There is so much information for Dancing Mood. Get online. Get online. There's too much information for Dancing Mood. Right, Mr. Wayne Marshall, back after the break.
Yes, sir.
Are you feeling good?
I'm feeling great, man.
I like the way everybody's just showing you love on the media. That's,
you know what?
That's a good
enough
sign.
Respect.
That's brilliant.
I'm telling you.
That's a lovely sign.
Yeah.
A great sign, because, you know, you've been missing for a little while. What's been happening?
Well, quite a few things. I was in university for a while, so I really wanted to kind of...
Stop. Stop. You're never too old to learn, but what was you doing at university, bro?
Well, you know what? I find that, like, I've grown up, obviously, in the music business and been around a lot of people that were in the music business. And what I kind of found, and I kind of saw the repeat of, was people that made massive hits and then, you know, leaving from that and almost not doing the music business no more. You know, going into...
You actually studied music management?
Yeah, music business management. Yeah, okay. Because I kind of felt almost... Music is a passion for me. It's not, you know...
Yeah, I can tell.
You know what I mean? So it was like, you know, and it kind of hurt my heart to see so much people making hits and then all of a sudden not really benefiting from it because they might have signed bad deals, or they almost had the idea that the money's always going to keep coming. Mm-hmm. So I kind of wanted to kind of find out, okay, what's this thing is about? What the thing is really about?
The real grassroots.
Yeah, the real grassroots. And it's not that I wanted to be a manager for an act or manage myself. I didn't really want to do that. It's really about
just for self.
It's
really self-knowledge.
Just self-knowledge. If somebody asked me and said they wanted to manage me or they wanted to release a record from me, I wanted to know what I need to give them.
Totally understand.
In order to give them, you know, because I want to give them quality and understanding about time and all that kind of stuff, because I was very bad with time, you know. So I kind of almost wanted to know what, you know, it's almost like learning to learn. So it's almost like thinking, okay, what is it that they're actually asking me to do and how long is that going to take? Mm-hmm. As opposed to, yeah, man, I can do that. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you realize that that's taking long. Okay, that takes long. And then it's like, well, you know, I have to sleep, and you know, it's excuses, you know. So I said, well, a couple of things I need to know is when somebody asks me to do something, what does it mean by providing them something quality, even if it's just time.
Totally hear that.
You know, so
a lot of artists, they really don't. I'm not going to be horrible, but a lot of them don't even know 30% of the business. They just know to sing in the studio out, don't know about signing, don't know about PRS. A lot of them really haven't got a clue. So it's amazing to know that from them days you actually went back and did you actually say to yourself, I'm going to stop singing, or did it just fall like that? Because did you just say you're going to give it a break and study? I
was always recording stuff, recording music.
So you didn't stop recording?
Always recording.
That's the question I really want to know. You never stopped.
Never stopped recording.
You was always, but you didn't.
Always recording. I just didn't release stuff. I didn't put stuff out because it's, again, I knew that you need to find, you know, you have a hit record and it almost becomes a different. You're going to a different place.
Yeah.
And that's where we, especially in England, where we almost hit a brick wall, and then almost, you know, hit the ground.
So, all right, we know G-Spot was a national hit. It never really made number one, but we know it was a national hit. How did that How did that affect you to know that your tune's massive? And did you get embroiled in that? Oh, I'm a star now, or was that a part of you that made yourself? You know, I need to hit that number one. If you see what I'm trying to ask, there's a lot of people like they make good tracks, make real good tracks. They get in the top 10, and they just can't seem to get past that stage. So was you at that stage when you said, "Let me go and study," or was that something totally different? I'm trying to understand where you're at.
I think it gets to that point where you hit a brick wall, and I wanted to know what the brick wall was. And there was also. You know, we heard from people in the industry that there was people that wanted to sign me, you know, but because it was a lot of things. There were a lot of things. You had ego, but you had ego on different levels as well.
Well, in the business.
But because I felt that we wasn't really in the business. You know, when we say we made a hit tune, but this was like, you know, like I always quote my man Dennis Brown. When Dennis Brown or John Holt made a hit record and it hit the charts, that didn't necessarily mean that it was in the UK industry.
Yeah.
It just meant that, you know, all us as Caribbeans and British Caribbeans, should I say, supported the record, you know, and it took it all the way there. Now to cross over to the next level, you know, it's difficult to really do that without Capital Radio or Radio 1.
So you're saying you never got the support? That's what I'm hearing.
No, it was difficult. It was difficult to get that support because, you know, for argument's sake, you might have Capital Radio saying, "Oh no, it's too sexual explicit," and then we actually did a version that was a diluted version, and they end up saying, "No, we don't like what he stands for." So it's basically you realise that it's a gatekeeper. Yeah. So it's either going to be.
How did you deal with that? Because that must have been like a smash with a hammer.
Yeah, because it's one of those things. I mean, for me, it's not a problem because I love making music. I do it for the love.
I love that.
You know, it's and for me, it's like, okay, I know there's a challenge there. Okay, let me deal with the challenge. Let me go to university and let me kind of understand where they are, because really, again, it's like understanding where their mind is at, and you realise it's a whole different world there. It's a whole different world, and that's where it comes into, you know, I've heard it a lot that us as black Caribbeans need to understand about the economy and stuff like that, and business. We need to understand. We need to understand about that. So it was challenges. So I said, you know, go there. I did music. I'm actually going in from next week for my masters.
Okay.
I've started already. I did a year on it already.
I need to do this.
Jeez. Yeah.
Jeez.
So I've done a year already. So I took a time off. I took this year off to actually get music out now, because I said it's about time to get music out and kind of get a feel of the industry and stuff, and then go back. You know.
Talking about getting it back out. How, after being away for so long, did you say to yourself, "Boy, let me just cool," or did it feel like, should I or shouldn't? Didn't you feel a bit like, are they going to accept Wayne Marshall back? Knowing there's a next Wayne Marshall. They're not going to go there, but knowing that, you know, somebody else is using his name as well, even though, using the name. Yeah, because it's not his name, that's not his real name, but using the stage name Wayne Marshall. Obviously, people's been Googling, blah, 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 so he's getting a lot of credit. So you said to yourself, I haven't recorded in so long, especially with reggae, especially with soul. G-Spot's out there, that's all they know me for. Say it bluntly, because you say Wayne Marshall, they say G-Spot.
That's right.
So
Wayne G-Spot Marshall.
Cool now, man. So, come on, because that's a massive tune. Loads of children out there right now because of G-Spot.
For real.
It's the truth. So did you say to yourself, was it easier for you to say, should I pen and give somebody to sing? Should I pen, come back in? Should I do management?
Yeah, I mean, it was, that's a good question. There was no doubt in terms of love from the people.
Yeah.
And again, it's almost like I do it the other way. It's not that I'm really seeking love. I'm actually looking, like a gift.
Yeah,
you know when you're given a gift.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was a lot of different concepts that I kind of looked at. Even when I was before I went to university, I was always reading and kind of understanding. It was crazy because I was actually thinking about my timekeeping was so bad, and I had to kind of understand about what time meant and why was I late. And then the moment I kind of broke it all down, from reading, because I started to read these courses and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then it kind of gave me a bit of more of an idea, and then I realized it's just like anything else. Is that no, you're given a gift. You're given a gift. Your talent. You know, sometimes people want Christmas present. They want you know, PS this and PS that, but it's you know, when you can give a natural gift, you find that is actually more valuable as long as you understand the value of it.
I must say you're very humble, because even when you're talking about the bad times, you smile before you even. you know, some people that you know. I watch these things. You know, you smile about getting booed, man smile about. No, because I've got to be honest. Because man smiled about it, like I said, boy, that was a good moment. But you know, is that what you think's brought you through from G-Spot success until now?
Mm-hmm. I guess so. I guess so.
Because I'm not even gonna lie, what you're doing right now, right, touring, trying to promote back Wayne Marshall, especially when you're coming back with the song, because they haven't heard it yet. A lot of them haven't heard it, the song yet.
Yes.
Especially when you're not coming back with the G-Spot thing. You know, didn't you say to yourself, boy, this is a bit risky?
I kind of said it's more of a challenge as opposed to risky, because almost what I
think you're brave.
Yeah. Well, thank you, man.
No, I swear, because that's why I could manage that.
It's challenging because you're going back and forth and stuff. And I think what I realize is that the more, because it's all resistance, and the more resistance you can kind of pull down, more you understand. Okay, what is the problem here?
Yeah.
And the more you kind of look at what the problem is, and you kind of take a magnifying glass and look into the problem, then it looks a bit clearer. And then you realize that, you know what, that's why these projects take so long. Because where I am, it's like I always said to myself, you know what, I'm starting again. And people say, what are you starting again? No, man, what are you talking about? I said, no, I'm starting again. Because if I approach it like where I was, then I would never fall over, brother. I wouldn't be doing this here.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Over.
So
you'd have came out like a balloon, iron balloon as well, just bust.
Yeah, give thanks.
I totally understand.
So,
totally understand.
So yeah, to answer your question, really, it was more about learning about self. Learning about self.
Another question I need to ask you: are we going to hear Wayne Marshall reggae, Wayne Marshall soul, Wayne Marshall? Because you knew what you was doing when you made the reggae track. You knew there's another gentleman out there. So what are we going to get? A versatile? Are we going to have to say Wayne Marshall UK? If you see what I'm trying to ask, where are you looking to stamp? Are you looking to take back the Wayne Marshall and make him know, say, you're good, but you know this is because you've come back you actually come back into the reggae.
Yeah, that's a good.
And there's somebody actually sitting in that seat. So when you type in, you know yourself. So what are we going to get?
Well, you know, I mean,
no, what I should ask you, sorry, man. What I should ask you, are you going dancehall? Because there's a big difference. You can stay in vocals, you can do soul. Are you going dancehall?
Well, you know what? I look at it like this. Music is music.
Brilliant.
And even though you've got the different genres, what kind of came to me is that the moment you understand what your people are, you know, what we are, where I've coming from, then I realize that, you know, what are the things that they're actually interested in? You've got the hardcore people that's into hardcore dancehall. You've got people that's into hardcore dub. But when you talk to, you know, when I talk to Rastas and they turn around and they say, boy, yeah, G-Spot, boy, that tune there. And I'm saying, but isn't it, you know, because I asked the question, isn't it too kind of, they said, no, boy, what do you mean? We need that.
It was
we need, they said, like, you know, they kind of broke it down for me, and it really, you know, it really gave me a bit of insight of what, you know, what people felt, is that they said, you don't, you know, it's not every time, yes, you're praising God, but it's not every time you're doing it. When you're in bed, there's another thing that kicks in, and that becomes a whole environment in itself.
Yeah, life.
And the music can enhance that environment as well. G-Spot was one of those things that enhanced the environment.
Definitely.
I spoke to somebody a little while ago, and they said they was at a pastor's house, and when they were looking through the record box, they saw the 90 Degrees and Rising album there, and they said, and they said, let's hold it down. Because I guess it's one of the same things of when I'm in the bedroom, you know, even though I'm into worshiping and stuff like that, when I'm in the bedroom, I need something to to enhance that environment.
Totally,
I guess.
Mikey, I see your comment. Going to the uni, going to uni and learning the industry from their perspective is way different. It is. Starkey Bantam, big up yourself.
Aye.
Pascal General, big up yourself as well.
Big up, Starkey.
I got to play this tune because they're going to kill me if I don't. I don't think they want to hear your new tune. They just want to hear about G. I've got to play both of the tracks, but I've got to play G Spot, even if it's a minute, and just let him have a little 1 minute thing, because the ladies are going to kill me. Definitely, I know that.
Yes, man. Drop it.
Time does fly, man. Where did the hour go, man? Time flew,
already?
man. Crazy, man. Ray Marshall's in the house. This is the tune you're not loving it. Even now when you put it on, the crowd goes mad. They go mad. It doesn't go further than that. It rewinds about 3 times. It does. It still causes an impact. And what's amazing about this tune is young kids, I'm talking about 12, 13, they know this.
Wow.
They really know the worst of this. You know the part they know, innit? The chorus. They love it. Wait, sing it, please.
When I hit your G-spot, baby, wanna hear you moan and groan with delight. Oh yeah, let me hear you say, when I hit your G-spot, baby, wanna hear you moan and groan tonight. Oh yeah, for ecstasy. You don't have to go too far. Wherever she is in Unique, I'm sure that we can find her in the dark. So hold back, relax, yeah. Are you ready for a humping?
Jesus.
And if ecstasy is waiting, baby, I'm coming when you say, cause when I hit your G-spot, baby, wanna hear you moan and groan. Baby, let me hear you say,
Wayne Marshall, live, man.
When I hit your G-spot, baby, I wanna hear you moan and groan.
I was going to sing the song, but I didn't want to put you to shame. You know that. I was going to take over, but I said, no, let me just leave the man with it. Let him think he's singing it. Wayne, they sound exactly the same.
Thank you so much, bro.
What is it? What's that? What's the? How do you keep that voice? Because a lot of people can't. Obviously, we know you're still being singing and blah blah, but to keep that pitch and that tone.
Oh boy, I need to go in the gym now.
Right, what we going to do? Right,
don't drink too hard. I don't smoke. You
don't smoke at all, or you stop smoking?
I don't smoke at all.
Well, that's brilliant. So but mind you, yeah. Anyway, let me shut up. Well, quickly, we're going to go into Central Advance, right? But just tell us a little bit.
Well, Central Advance,
this,
what really happened is that I do a lot of shows for like the South African market.
Okay.
And they always said, Wayne, we love what you're doing. We'd love you to do a track with one of our acts. That would, because they really want to bring me over to Zimbabwe. That's really it.
Have you performed that there before?
I've never been out there. I've done Nigeria. I've done Guyana, Gambia. So I look forward to going to Zimbabwe. And they said, well, I'd love you to do a track with one of our artists. And I got a call out the blue. An artist called Knox Guni, popular artist out in Zimbabwe. And he said, Wayne, I'd like to do something with you. And it was like, yeah, all right, what you got in mind? And he said, I said, yeah, just, when you're ready, just give me a holler, you know what I mean? 5 minutes later, boom, he sends a rhythm track over.
So fast.
So I'm sure he had it on ready, yeah.
See the deal.
Yeah, and then we just, I said, I love this rhythm, and he said, yeah, it's Zim dancehall because they really love dancehall.
Yeah, I was looking at that when I saw the title. I said Zim dancehall. I said I've never heard that before.
Yeah, they love dancehall,
but
Jamaican dancehall.
I've got quite a few links that send me stuff from over here, like an artist called Busy. Forgot his name, but Busy something he calls himself in Zimbabwe.
Busy T? Is that,
we'll read him out. I'll show you his name afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's been sending me quite a few.
Right.
Reggae is really taking off in Zimbabwe,
big
especially there. Zim.
Yes,
is it called
Zim dancehall. They call it Zim dancehall.
Wow.
So it's their version. You know, it's got all the sounds, the African sounds, almost like high life mixed with dancehall. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
But apart from that, what's happening? Like shows, concerts, or you just doing
Well, this is just a kind of radio. Bring the new tunes in, and you know, get the party started really. Because
basically, really about next year we look out for Wayne.
Yes. We'll be doing like, you know, the party tours. Every so often a promoter calls me and says, "Yeah, do a little spot."
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Them know they're here.
Yeah. So I'll be looking at a good show next year. You know.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Best of luck. I got you, brother. Anytime you need, I've got you. 100%.
Bless.
You know, because I've rated your stuff from, as I said, from G Spot days and back in the day. You know, when we used to see you around town, we used to say, yeah. You know, it's proper. What you're actually doing right now, I respect it, because a lot of people have been frightened to even come back in the public like the way you're doing it. They'll just put the tune out and hide behind the curtain.
Right.
You know, see what happens. But
well, it's also something that I learned from university. It was like, you know, if you really want to make a career, not just you know, like a hustle, which I was used to, is that if it's a career, if you want to make a career, then start with the best. You know, have the best people in your network, have the best people in your team.
Do you hear
and
it?
Hence, I drafted for Diane.
Big up yourself, Diane.
You know what I mean?
100%. 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
because I don't have to worry about anything. You know, the you know, if something comes in when it comes to radio, Diana, this is the challenge. No problem. And I don't have to worry about it again.
100%.
She's totally on
music
it.
management,
Professional.
media.
Media. Yeah, music media
And that's
management.
terrible, you know.
And I'll tell you know, I'll say to artists, you know, there's a lot of time we want to do these. We want our tracks to play on radio. Get the professional in. You know what I mean?
Sorry,
And let's
I got
make
to
it
do
happen.
I'm gonna cut it there, but Wayne, quickly say goodbye, guys, because we can't just cut just like that.
I'd like to say big up.
Sorry, boss man.
Big up to all the crew. Mikey Coos, big up. I'd like to say big up to Starkey, all the artists in England. Yeah, big up. OP, big respect.
Man,
big up
man,
Stingray,
man.
the whole
Yes,
crew.
yes,
China Man, Fu Manchu, Ray and the crew, them, you know. Dilly and the crew, big up, you know.
Thanks once again.
You're most welcome.
Another
darling.
link come through. Love it, man. Definitely. Wayne, thank you very much, sir.
Enough
We
respect.
will
And,
hook
and
up
thanks
anyway.
to everybody online for logging in and, you know, sending your comments. Enough love, yeah? Bless.
Thank you for looking in. Turn down that. Who that talk? Was that? Go on, Wayne Miller. One way much of big things. You still got it. Would love to get you on my show one day. No worry. Bigger you. Bless up my musical family. Well,
Yeah, man. Big up.
enough people have.
Bigger you the other night. Sweet.
Is it? Oh, you went that day?
Sweet.
Yeah, bigger you safe a general that. Bigger. Say nothing,
That's
family,
what
man.
bigger
Yes. Big up.
Yeah, man, say nothing bigger, man. Come on, man. All one family, man. You're very a boss lady, very humble. You're looking dub plate about very humble. You think you're clever. You think I try button up people. Right, guys, I'm going to lock off my stream. Thank you lot for listening and locking in and watching and sharing and spreading the. Barry, big up yourself, sir. Street Vibes, big up yourself. Have to get the hook up. Hook up with Street Vibes Radio already? Hook up with Street Vibes?
No.
Street Vibes, we're going to hook you up, definitely. You know, because you lot are doing good things, man. Mikey, say no problem, we'll hook you up, yeah? Guys, I'm going to go. Thank you very much, Mr. Marshall.
Yes, big up. I can't see all the names, but Terry, big up. Ed, Samantha, DJ Green Eyes, big up. Ipe, the
Go on,
Donna,
go through in there.
Tony,
Ricardo, go on.
Samantha,
Mikey Notch,
Ricardo.
Third Dimension, go
Yes, big up.
See you on
Thank
Sunday,
so much.
Mikey.
on. Guys, thank you
Yes.
very much, yeah? We're out. Thank you very much. Share it as well and support the thing, yeah?
Bless.
Who's that saying? Oh. Yeah, Street Vibes, say nothing. We'll link up. I'm going to inbox you anyway, right?